Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Neve News. Hello, everybody. It's been kind of hard to do anything. I'm sure a lot of you agree, but today is our first day of online learning. Social distancing learning is what they're calling it, I think. But I just wanted to remind everyone that I think it's really important to reach out to the people that you used to talk to every day. And it's also really important to actually eat 3 times a day. This is a message to you and a message to me. Snacking here and there is not 3 meals. Do all of your hygiene things. Brush your teeth, take showers. Eat 3 meals a day. Sleep at reasonable hours. Even though you're not going anywhere, get an outfit ready. It's a really good thing if you continue to have a routine like that every day. I had 2 bites of the Impossible Whopper from Burger King. I think that this was my first time ever at Burger King. I can't really remember anything. I had the fries, they were good, but let's get back to the burger. It was okay. Honestly, it was good. I would consider it a good burger. Compared to other options like the Beyond Burger at Carl's Jr., not the best. It definitely is beat by that. Could have a juicier patty or maybe some more sauce to compensate, but the lettuce is kind of sad. But the onion tasted fresh and it kind of compensated on that part. So overall, I think 6.5 out of 10. It was very good. That hurt my arm. Welcome to the new show and movie review segment. Today we're going to be talking about the new Netflix documentary called Tiger King. So we're just going to say our thoughts and opinions about the show. What are you rating it? Out of 10, I would rate this show. I personally love documentaries, so I did really enjoy watching this. But also, Joe Exotic's life is just insane, so it was very entertaining to watch. I think my average for the show would be 8.5 out of 10.
I think overall it's easily a 9 out of 10. The only drawback is I think that they could have gave a little bit more detail on each of the people's lives. I think that they made a lot of cliffhangers, sort of about people's pasts, and left out probably some pretty crucial details. I did feel like it was a little bit biased, and I think it's pretty clear that everybody hates Carol.
Very clear.
Everybody's pretty much on the Tiger King's side, so I don't know if that was intentional or if that's just how the facts really are, that he should be freed.
Carol Baskin killed her husband. Wow. Carol Baskin. I think I would rate it a 10 out of 10. It just got my attention all the way through. It's kind of sad how Joe Exotic lost everything at the end. Yeah, I think there's some karma coming to a lot of people pretty soon.
So basically,
Spoiler alert.
the overview of this show, I think, would be, it's a story of Joe Exotic, also known as Joe Maldonado Passage. I don't know how to pronounce
Vogel?
Schreibvogel. He has a couple of last names.
He started to go by Joe Exotic because he had a lot of exotic animals, mainly tigers, which is the reason of the title of the documentary.
He's
But
a self-proclaimed tiger king.
he is just trying to make himself famous. That, I think, was his goal. And then there's people that disagree with a lot of the things that he's doing. This is mainly
Carol Baskin.
who is sketchier than she might seem. Because Joe is a crazy dude, but everybody kind of knows that he's a goof.
He doesn't seem like a mean person.
He doesn't seem like a mean person, but he's very honest. Yeah, that was definitely one of his biggest goals, and he got wrapped up in that. But nearing the end, you find out that Carol Baskin and her current husband are filing lawsuits left and right on Joe Exotic, and it causes him to basically lose all his money, everything that he has. And so he tries to rehome his animals and give them a better life and kind of escape from all of it. So he goes to court, and he did not have any witnesses for the defense. It was just prosecution with witnesses, and that's never how a case is handled.
His right-hand man didn't even get to participate in the trial.
Yeah.
He never heard back from
The man that knew him the most, they did not ask for any information from him at all.
There's quite a few bad guys really on the show.
Yeah.
Like really criminal
Worse
people
than
doing
did.
horrible things in the big cat
Yeah.
world. And so it's just pretty surprising. I think he was probably the easy target, and that's why they went after him.
Yeah, because there's a lot of evidence that comes up in the documentary that is not, or at least we don't know if it was mentioned in the trial, but we think things would have gone a different way if people would have known the things that came up in the documentary.
Like, there's no doubt that Joe had said that he had wanted to get rid of Carol for a long time. But they make it clear with, like, all the footage that I feel like people didn't think anyone would see, is that everybody was saying things like that.
People upset.
The thing that made me the most upset was that Carol Baskin tries to protect animals, but at the same time she's using them
For the same reason,
for the
yeah.
same reason and getting free labor.
It seems like Carol now wants to be a rescue, but most of the cats that she has were bought the same way that Joe's cats were.
Also felt like the cub petting was activism in some ways. He thought that people could relate more to holding and petting the small version of the animal and wanting to save it. Because he did mention that, like,
If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it.
I would look at the rating reasons before you watch it, but I would recommend watching it.
And then leave your comments down below on what your opinions are.
Hello everybody! Welcome to the music segment. Today we're going to be reviewing the Tiger King album, which he has a couple, so I'm not entirely sure. Is there a name for this one? I just looked at the most recent songs. Anyways, she hasn't even seen the show, but that's okay because her job was to listen to the music. So listening to this album, and it was requested, I thought it was going to be really difficult to like listen to it, and it was a little bit, but I was pleasantly surprised because neither of us like country music. I really don't like country music. I can't speak for her on her amount of distaste.
Let me clarify my stance on country music. I like blues, I like folk, I like bluegrass, I like the old country music.
Yeah, I don't really. There's like two maybe that I like. Dolly Parton
anything
and
she
Carrie
sings.
Underwood. But this album was actually okay to listen to. Not really because like I loved the singing or anything like that, but I was surprised on how his vocals sounded because it has a nice tone, a nice vibrato. It's very country style, but it was bearable, which I wasn't expecting. Something that I think most country songs have is a story behind like every song, and so he did have that here in his album. It is very specific to his life, and I think that people like to listen to it, probably not so much because they can relate, because I don't think anybody can, but just because it's a really riveting story, truly.
How do I put this delicately? I didn't like any of the songs. I don't understand what his huge fascination is with Carol Baskin.
It's because you haven't seen the show. She's the reason he's in jail.
I know that. I know that.
She also killed her husband.
We don't know. She allegedly could have.
Okay, so my favorite song was I Saw a Tiger.
Gosh.
What was your favorite song? Here, Kitty Kitty?
It probably... I don't like any of them. But that one's the most entertaining. As for his message, as for his music, it's okay at best. I'm not going out of my way to listen to it again.
Our nephew really likes the music. Whenever he's crying in the car, we turn it on and he's soothed.
Oh my.
I was really disappointed when I found out it's not actually his voice. And something that surprises me is that it's not actually something he wrote either.
Nope. It was this two-person band, and he asked them, hey, can you write these tracks for free? And they were like, for free? I don't know. This is a capitalist economy. I don't really think we do that here. And then he was like, I will pay you in the currency of clout. I will pay you and you will get free exposure in my, what was it? It was some sort of like reality TV series, but never really got past YouTube. So they never really, one, got free exposure, and then two, they did not agree to the fact that he did not give them any credit at all. He completely acted like, yes, I wrote, played the instruments, and sang these songs, which is not true.
So I would give this album, it's not good. I'd give it a 4 out of 10. I think that's actually kind of nice.
That is very
But
generous.
it's all for the band that did it. The two-person band that did it,
that is true.
the points are for them because they did all of that. Because whoever's vocals that was, I was impressed by them.
I will actually, now that you bring up the band, I will give them a higher score of 6.5. His vocals were spot.
Yeah.
They were pretty good vocals. I feel like the only reason I'm saying it's a 6.5 is because production and lyrics don't really butter my toast. And I'm gonna give a negative 10 out of 10 to freaking Joe Exotic for stealing and ripping music.
That's all for this segment. Thank you guys for listening.